You know, it does make a ton of sense that Nintendo would have a new showcase this year when you consider there really isn't much after Pikmin 4, aside from that new Nintendo Switch game that was just announced, but they also said that they want to sell 15 million more units of the Nintendo Switch this year, which means the best way you could do that to get Nintendo fans to buy those consoles is new Nintendo Switch games, right? What games would you like Nintendo to reveal next after the release of Pikmin 4? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we are going to talk about the Nintendo rumor about the Nintendo showcases, why it makes a lot of sense, past evidence, and overall what Nintendo plans to do when it comes to showcases, or what could be their plans, I should say, because after Pikmin 4, aside from Metroid Prime 4, which doesn't have a release date yet, we don't really know much. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video reach more viewers when you do, and if you want to follow me on Twitter and help me reach my new goal of 1,500 followers, you can follow me at RoboRob93. So the Nintendo Switch is getting pretty old if you ask me, not just when it comes to the hardware in the Nintendo Switch Lite, and the original Nintendo Switch, but just how long it's been on the market. In that time, we have gotten some great Nintendo Switch games like Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, we had Mario Odyssey at the start of the Nintendo Switch generation, cool indie games like Dead Cells and Hades, and big RPG games like Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But I think after Tears of the Kingdom released, and even more when we saw the lineup that ended with Pikmin 4, it left us wondering what's next. What new Nintendo Switch games will Nintendo blow our minds with? Personally, I'm hoping for those Zelda ports. Now, our questions may be answered very soon according to this new Nintendo Direct rumor, and this is what Nintendo Go has to say, or Go Nintendo, I mean. Earlier this year, we learned that E3 was once again cancelled after hearing many big names, including Nintendo, weren't attending. This was disappointing news for many, as Nintendo always held a great Direct for these events. Last year, after the similar E3 cancellation, we never got a full-fledged Nintendo Direct, only a partner showcase. Because of this, many are wondering if Nintendo will have a Direct during this year's E3 timeframe. According to Ethan Gotch of Kotaku, Nintendo is planning to have a digital showcase sometime this year. While this year's portion is a little vague, with how close it is to E3 season, it seems likely we could be getting a presentation pretty soon. This could be backed up by the second part of his tweet, which says expect more news from him coming soon, or within the coming weeks and months, it says actually. Now, his full statement said this: sources are telling me that both PlayStation and Nintendo will have additional digital showcases this year. Keep your eyes tuned to this channel and watch the space for more developments in the coming weeks and months. So I just want to say this right off the bat, this was kind of a given. I don't think you really need an insider to tell you that, hey, games are happening. A Nintendo Direct is gonna happen this year. I don't think Nintendo would have this large streak of success just completely stop and have a drought of games, because let's be honest, it was a pretty dark time in, I think 2020 it was, when we didn't have a lot of news on Nintendo Switch games. I mean, it got pretty dark in terms of news. But now it's been the complete opposite, and I think we're in a very good place even if we don't know the future Nintendo Switch games. I don't think Nintendo is gonna let that slide again. So I do think we are in for a new showcase. In fact, that was my prediction for the past 2 years. You guys know that I'm always looking towards the future, 1 or 2 years ahead, and I've always said, hey, we're probably gonna get it in this time frame. It's probably gonna happen again. I think there is gonna be a Nintendo Direct, whether that's a June Nintendo Direct or that's going to be a September Nintendo Direct, which, speaking of that kind of conversation, let's talk about that. Because the question does become, when is the next Nintendo Direct, and how is Nintendo going to go forward marketing the Nintendo Switch, because they do want to sell 15 million units of Nintendo Switch consoles. And keep in mind, Nintendo has multiple kinds of showcases, right? We have the mini Nintendo Direct, we have the third-party showcases, we have the indie Nintendo Directs, and we also have other ones like the Pokemon Nintendo Direct. We also know Nintendo likes to do stealth drops on Twitter as well, like they did with Paper Mario and the Origami King when they need to. I mean, heck, that party Nintendo Switch game was just stealth dropped on Twitter not too long ago. And while I don't think that's a big game and honestly looks like Nintendo is setting that game up for failure, I do think that it is possible that we could see that if it does come to it. It depends on what Nintendo's plans are. And considering after Pikmin 4, aside from the usual third-party stuff in indie games, there's really not too much in terms of big Nintendo Switch games. I could see 2 different scenarios, maybe even 3. The first one is a full Nintendo Direct sometime before September, so June time, so this month, Nintendo could announce a Nintendo Direct. And if we do, I think this June Nintendo Direct, or maybe one next month, will only set up the next couple months until September, or maybe even a month after that. And then in that time frame, a September Nintendo Direct, we could see more information on the games that are coming in that year going forward until we get another February Nintendo Direct. Because remember, Nintendo has always done a September Nintendo Direct for the most part. Sometimes they are inconsistent with that, but for the most part, you can expect a September Nintendo Direct. It's a pattern. The Nintendo momentum, as I like to call it. The second scenario I could see happening is Nintendo pulling a mini Nintendo Direct or a third-party showcase to fill in some spaces. Maybe even some Nintendo Switch OLED editions for Pikmin. Just something to fill in the spaces until we get that September Nintendo Direct that is really huge and big. I could also totally see the next Mario Kart DLC being revealed there as well, and it coming out very, very soon. We haven't really had too many things when it comes to Mario Kart recently. We already have the new DLC a couple months back, so it's about that time that they revealed that Mario Kart 8 DLC and the date for it. Now, there is a third option, and I did allude to that, and it's a bit of a scary one. Nintendo just doesn't show anything and waits until September, so the next couple months is just bone dry. Now, the only reason they would do this, in my opinion, is because they have new hardware set up. That is the only way I could see Nintendo potentially risking halting the great success that they've had for the past 6-7 years. Now, funny enough, when I was talking about Mario Kart 8 DLC, there is some rumblings about that Mario Kart 8 DLC, by the way, which could give us some idea on when this next showcase could be, if it's a June Nintendo Direct or September Nintendo Direct or what have you. I haven't looked at the details yet. I have the article pulled up right now, so let's get to that. And keep in mind, this isn't a rumor or a leak or anything. This is from Nintendo of Canada. This is what their tweet said. So as you can see, more courses are coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Booster Course Pass soon. Now keep in mind that this was on June 1st, so we are gonna get it very soon, and it's kind of weird that they say it on June 1st, and we know that June is usually when we do get a June Nintendo Direct, so this does make me wonder if we are gonna at the very least get a mini Nintendo Direct or third-party showcase or something that will hold us over for the rest of the summer very, very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo does that. Now, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that September is gonna come up very soon, and they probably have a lot of games planned for a September Nintendo Direct. So if that does happen and we do get a June Nintendo Direct, try to keep your expectations low, because I have this gut feeling that if we do get a June Nintendo Direct, there's not going to be a lot of huge things there. If people are expecting all these big games to be there that set up the future, don't be surprised if it's kind of light on games and it's only for the next couple months until we get that September Nintendo Direct. Now, the reason why I say this is because of the Nintendo momentum. If you guys didn't know, this past 6 or 7 years, how Nintendo has been marketing and revealing games, aside from when the pandemic happened, of course that's going to change things, but usually what Nintendo likes to do is reveal a lot of games and then let those release dates play out, and that will give the Nintendo fan base a momentum, and that also translates to sales for Nintendo, of course. And then once that starts to die down, we get another Nintendo Direct or another slew of games and release dates, and that adds another momentum, keeping the momentum above a certain line. And right now we're getting towards that end of momentum, so right about now would be the perfect time for Nintendo to give us another slew of games to look forward to. And since we're so close to September, I think if they reveal the right games, that momentum can stay high enough until September where they give us a huge burst of news, and that will carry the momentum for the next couple months until the February Nintendo Direct. But yeah, overall, it makes a lot of sense to me, and I don't really see why not. Make sure you guys tell me what you think about this rumor though. Do you think a Nintendo Direct is coming, and do you think it was just kind of obvious that was going to happen because there's nothing after Pikmin 4? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. And if not on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. And if not on your way out, also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.